Well, hello there, friends. Meteorologist Shane Smith here with you. By the time you are watching this video, it's likely going to be Friday, August the 15th, 2025. Been a little bit since I've popped a channel update on here on Facebook and YouTube. And not because the weather's necessarily been quiet, I've just been really busy on the other side of things. And we'll talk more about that towards the tail end of the video. But in the meantime, tonight we are nice and dry across Kentucky. We had a few scattered thunderstorms earlier in the day, a few storms yesterday that dropped some heavy rain here in Laurel County, especially in the northern half of the county. But high pressure is building in, and the heat is going to ramp up as we head into this weekend, and that is going to lead to some dry and toasty conditions. Let's break it all down and talk about how this plays out. Looking at the good old European forecast model, we take you on into Friday. One or two isolated storms can't be ruled out. Little pop-up storms during the day on Friday, but I think for most of it's going to be nice and dry. Saturday, high pressure flexes a little bit stronger. Could one or two storms go up? Absolutely. We're talking coverage chances less than 10%. And on Sunday, I think it's a very similar situation. One or two isolated storms may go up, but that big heat ridge should flex, keep us dry. The heat intensifies on Monday and Tuesday before a frontal system comes in towards the end of next week. That's when our next widespread rain chances will likely come on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll just have to see how that plays out. Speaking of those temperatures, let's talk about what to expect when you wake up in the morning for Friday. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s across the state. Likely going to be some very patchy, dense fog in the eastern part of the Commonwealth. And as we go into the afternoon hours, should top it out right around the 90-degree mark or so. Saturday, we start off into the low to mid 70s. Once again, back to near 90 for highs. Western Kentucky may make a run into the mid 90s on Saturday. And if we don't get there Saturday, we probably will on Sunday, as most of the state goes low 90s for highs. The humidity not going to be unbearable. It will be moderate. It's going to be a little bit humid, not quite muggy, but it's going to be toasty out there. It's going to be one of the warmest weekends we've had in a while. And then on Monday, whew, look at that. Highs mid to upper 90s. Notice that humidity not looking quite as high early next week. So that's not really going to allow those temperatures to ramp up. So I think some of the hottest just raw air temperatures we have seen in a while are likely coming next week on Monday, Tuesday, and potentially even into Wednesday. It's after that things become a little bit up in the air, and that's because what's going to happen in the tropics? We've got Aaron right now churning down in the Atlantic. Most of the modeling is keeping it out to sea. You can see this is Tuesday of next week, and it's starting to recurve the storm back out to sea. At least the GFS model is. European showing something similar, the placement a little bit off, but a lot of the models keeping this storm a fish. Not going to hurt my feelings at all, but we'll have to wait and see. But what will likely happen as that storm recurves out to sea, we're going to see a big trough drop in here next week, likely on Thursday or Friday. And that's going to bring some unseasonably cool air, likely going to be some showers and thunderstorms, some of those probably on the stronger side, and some heavy rain likely with that as that front dips on in. And we see those temperatures nosedive. In fact, some of the raw model outputs for the end of next week are looking more like fall than the middle of summer. GFS model, this is one run, but just something to show you, for a week from this Friday, or today as most of you are watching, showing only a high of 77. Now, I'd say we probably go a little bit warmer than that, but when you see that drastic of a cool down, that's a pretty good indicator that things are going to get a bit cooler. That's going to be a potent front that comes in here Thursday and Friday of next week. That's also going to be our next best chance at widespread rain. All right, real quick, just wanted to give a little bit of a channel update. I know I haven't had a ton of content lately. I'm going to try to get production ramped back up as we head into next week. For those of y'all who don't know, my full-time job is I'm a teacher here in southern Kentucky. Got some new responsibilities this year. Going to be helping out around our school district, traveling to schools, helping them out with some technology things. So I'm teaching half a day, doing that half a day. That's taking a lot of my brain space. We also did a nice little vacation down to Pigeon Forge right before school started back. Me, Amanda, and Eli. So just making that transition back into the new school year. So been just a little tied up with that. Haven't forgot about the weather. Just had to keep my focus a little bit on what's paying the bills right now. But definitely know I have not forgot about the weather, and we're going to start ramping that content back up as we go in the next week. I think I've got into enough of a routine now where I can start working the weather stuff back in. And especially as we get towards winter, this is the time of year where it starts to slow down a little bit. Fall is typically one of more of our quieter seasons. Knock on wood. We need a bit of a break here in Kentucky, and hopefully we'll get at least some of a break as we go through the fall before winter gets here. And we'll talk about the winter outlook once we get towards October and start seeing how some of that long-range modeling, some of the seasonal models are looking as we head into the winter. Although the Old Farmer's Almanac was saying cold and snowy for the Ohio Valley, so we will have to wait and see. All right, that's all I have for you right now. Thanks so much for checking us out, popping back in. If you like the content we've got here, hit that like button. Also going to try to get the shorts going again next week, those little short forecasts. I may try to do those before school during those weekday mornings, just give you a little out-the-door forecast. Let me know what you would like to see. Post in the comments below on both Facebook and YouTube, and let me know the kind of content that would help you here in Kentucky as you're trying to stay weather aware. And just let you guys know, I appreciate y'all and thank you for tuning in. So until next time, friends, I'm meteorologist Shane Smith. Take care, stay weather aware, and enjoy a warm and dry weekend.